Thanks for clicking on startdrumming.com. This is the used drum set section of my website that I'm putting on. To give you an idea, if you're a beginner drummer or if you are the parent of a child who wants to learn the drums and you're out looking for a drum set, let me give you an idea of what brand new beginner drum sets come with. Brand new beginner drum sets, they come with cymbals, they come with hi-hat cymbals, they come with this hi-hat stand, they come with the cymbal stand, they usually come with 2 toms, a floor tom, and of course your snare drum and your whole bass drum. It's pretty much a complete set. You don't get this cymbal, but you get everything else. This is not necessary completely, and you can easily learn how to drum without this cymbal. It's fine. You have the whole setup usually in the basic set. Now that you know what comes with a brand new beginner drum set, I want to show you what you should watch out for if you're out looking for a used drum set. In looking for a used drum set, especially when you don't know, you're brand new to drums, you're learning the instrument, you're just into it, and you come to somebody's house or you see an ad in the newspaper and you want to check out this used drum set, at least make sure you can, if you want, make sure it comes with hi-hat cymbals. That's 2 cymbals. A crash cymbal, at least one, because these are necessities that if you do not have them, you will end up having to go out and spend more money on them. And a starter set for this, around $130, $150 up to $185 extra of what you would be paying for your used drum set. This clap right here holds up the second hi-hat. Make sure that it works. You can have the owner show it to you. This is used for the up and down motion that the hi-hat can give. That would be also essential in the long run if you're going to take your drumming to the next step. Next thing you want to make sure that your drums come with is every tom has rings. If you notice, it has a ring and it has screws inside of them. They have screws. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. When you're checking out these used drum sets, you want to make sure that all the screws are in place on both sides. You don't want missing screws. You don't. If you check that to see that all the screws are in place on all of the toms. All of your toms, your floor tom, your tom-toms, including your snare, comes with these screws. These screws are put there in order for you to be able to tune your drum. If any of them are missing, you will have a problem tuning your drum set. Now, if you have the owner telling you, oh, it's alright, it's really cheap, go to a store and just buy extra screws, you're going to run into problems like what brand is the drum set, because different hardware for different brands. How old is the drum set, because who knows if it was from 1990, 1985, and you come to a brand new, you come to a music store and they sell brand new sets if the hardware is even going to fit. So you don't need to run into those kind of problems, especially when you're a brand new drummer or you're just learning and getting into the interests of these kind of things. Another thing that you want to make sure it comes with would be the snare stand. That's this stand right here. You could go without it, but once again, you'll end up having to go to the store and spend at least another $40 on buying one. If you don't have a snare stand, you won't have a place to put your snare, and your snare is one of the main keys in playing the drums. You'll have a snare on the floor, and it'll just cause problems. Another thing you need to look out for sure you need to look out for, is the arms on the bass drum. This holds this in place. Is it strong? Is it stable? Can it be loosened? Can it be tightened? And can it hold the tom in place, like so? Can the used drum set that you're looking at do this? Gets tightened, it gets locked, and it holds it in place. Because if you're missing any screws around here, once again, you're with the problem of going to the dealership or the music store. Hopefully you find the right screw for the brand of drums that you're looking at, and hopefully you find the right model of whatever it is that you are buying. These are just added headaches that a beginner does not need to fall into, because you're just learning about the drums. These are headaches that you really don't need to run into. And lastly, or second to last, that I want you guys to see is on the bass drum you have legs. And these legs must be there. Make sure that the drums that you were looking at have that, so that this drum set doesn't tip to the left or to the right. As you can see, the bass drum is a circle. Without legs holding on the side, you will have an easy time tumbling over to the left or to the right. You don't need to mess up. You don't need to mess around with that. And then my last point would be the floor tom. The floor tom comes with 3 legs. As you can see, 1, 2, 3. They come with 3 legs. These legs are held in by locks. Make sure that the legs are there on the used drum set that you are looking, and that it can, lock and loosen. This carries this up. Otherwise, you won't have a floor tom if you're missing a leg, because it can't balance on 2 legs, obviously. And if once again it's missing, your problem is going to the dealership based on brand, based on the age of the drum set, and hopefully you find a lug that fits and you find a leg that's the correct size in proportion to the other legs, and that it all works together. So instead of going through all of these headaches, you can easily pick one up if you don't want to go through these kind of headaches and you live in the United States, or you can pick one of these up like online at musiciansfriend.com, a brand new drum set with no problems for only about $2.99, especially the starter sets, $2.99. If you're looking at a used drum set and they're going way over their price, $500, and you're seeing problems like this, or even if it's $300 and you're seeing problems like this, you don't need to run into those kind of problems. It's not what you need right now. You just need simply a drum set. You need somebody to be honest with you, and you don't want to go home and realize, hey, I just spent $500 and I can't even play this thing. It just doesn't seem right. Something's missing, something's wrong, something doesn't hold right. You can easily get a brand new one for $2.99 or more online, no hassles, most of the time, no hassles. And thank you for checking out the used drum set section of startdrumming.com. I hope this this short video clip was helpful to you. Thank you.